welcome back to another great episode of Lunch with Doug. I am Doug, and as promised, Season 6 is here, and we have guests this time around. How cool is that? I think we're inspired by David Letterman or something. Today on the show, we have the fabulous pinnacle of our guests so far, Shawn Jones.
Hey, guys.
He's you're an actor.
Yep.
Model.
Yep,
Superstar.
I used to model back in,
Football player.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Jack of all trades, master of none.
I don't know about that. So you've got a lot of projects under your wing. Some modeling for Abercrombie, some Under Armour modeling. Yep. You've done, what was the football league you were in?
I was going to do the semi-pro deal. I started doing that, and I have a herniated disc, so I kind of had to go on the wayside.
Short thing, but
it wasn't worth it, yeah.
But beautiful player for the...
Yeah. I just stood on the sidelines and just combed my hair, I guess. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
They pay this as good on the bench, right?
Yeah, it pays the same, yeah.
And so then, let's see, since then you've been in like 24 movies, right?
Yep.
Some of those are bigger, some of those are short films, and coming up, we'll touch about this more later, but coming up in October, you're going to be in a major motion picture release.
Yeah, with Ryan Gosling's in it and a bunch of other big actors that I'm trying to think. There's Kyle Chandler's in it.
Okay.
Pablo Schreiber, he was on Orange is the New Black.
Right.
I think he has some. Yeah.
Yep.
So a lot of big guys. That the kid from Almost Famous was in it.
Sure.
There's a lot of big actors. So definitely looking forward to seeing it, because even without me being a part of it, I think it's going to be a great movie that I would watch anyways. So.
And you're playing an astronaut, a real person, right?
Yes, Wally Schirra.
Okay. And Wally Schirra, kind of backstory me and what's his story?
He is, I believe, the first person to go to the moon on 3 different missions, I believe. The Gemini, the Apollo, and Mercury, I believe.
Oh, nice.
Trying to think what else. He was supposed to be a part of the Apollo 13 mission, but then I think got replaced or something like that.
Okay.
I'm really bad with memory.
But he's an important guy in NASA.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
in
the
history,
movies, in history, real guy. He passed away now.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
But the movie basically follows Neil Armstrong,
yeah,
which was actually the first astronaut on the moon, correct?
Yes. And Neil is played by Ryan Gosling.
Okay, so Gosling's playing. So that's a great move for you. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll have Shawn back on the show, and we'll talk more about that coming up closer to October. But you've got something coming up real soon on Discovery Channel. You're in something?
Yes, Investigation Discovery. It's ID channel. There's a show called Disappeared, and I was lucky enough to get to play Deputy Bradley Dunn on there for an episode. Okay. So it is on the June 17th at 9 p.m. I believe. So that'll be pretty cool. Hopefully, hopefully I look like I could be a Texas deputy. I don't know.
Now, is that like a bigger role, or is it just a small role of it?
It's not the main role, because Disappeared is featured about the guy that's missing, but I'm one of the main deputies that has helped looking for him and stuff. So
you'll probably be in there.
Yeah, and it was kind of cool because on set, actually, we were in coordination with the actual police in that area, and one of the main deputies, his dad, and he actually is from there too, his dad was sheriff of El Dorado. And we filmed that in Greenville, Texas. So it was kind of cool, like, when he asked where I was from, and I said,
"Oh, nice.
I'm from, a little small town called Nevada, Missouri." And he said, "You gotta be kidding me." And he said it like it was like I was in trouble. I was like, maybe not. Maybe I'm not from there. And he said, "I'm from El Dorado." And I said, "No way." So it's kind of cool. Like, a lot of times you'll meet people on sets that aren't from here, that are around here, that are people that are connected to people around here. So you never know who you're going to bump into.
Small world.
Yeah, it's absolutely. And that's what's cool about it, is getting to meet all the new people and different people. People that have the same passion as you. Because around here, there's not as many people that are as super passionate about film. They like it, but not as much as I am, So when you get around people that are that passionate, it's kind of contagious. And it makes you want to work even harder, Which, for around here, you do have to work a lot harder, because it's not a staple.
Yeah.
So you have to really bust your hump to put yourself out there, and it's on me more than it is on anybody. So if I'm not willing to put in the work, then I'm not going to reap the rewards.
So when you go to work, so to speak, because you're acting basically full time now, right? So when you go to work, you're going to jump on a plane, you're going to fly to another state or wherever they're at.
Yeah.
So it's not just like jumping in the car and go across town to work.
No, and sometimes, honestly, like there was a time last year when I filmed in Allegiant Part 1, and I had to go to Atlanta twice, and both times when I flew, I kept getting my flight canceled or I got stranded somewhere, and it was just such a bad experience flying. Flying is just not what it used to be. It's such a hassle, and if it's raining, they're going to cancel you, and it's just not worth it. And if it's weather, they're not on the hook for it. They say, well, we can't help that. We can give you another flight, but it may not be till Friday. But if you're having to work a regular job on top of that, well, hey, I got to be at work tomorrow, so, and they're like, well, not.
Yeah.
So I got to, a lot of times, depending on how close it was, I'll just drive.
Yeah. Because
plus it's also, one thing I do like about that is it's more of a life experience. It's more memories to me.
Sure.
Because you get to see a lot of the United States, and you get to see how other people live, stopping at gas stations and having conversations with people that don't know you. You don't know them. They're not from your area, but and just it's kind of nice. It's to me, it's part of the experience.
Nice.
I think it's a more well-rounded. It's not just go film done. Like I'm getting more out of it, and I want to try to get the most out of it as I can because it could be gone tomorrow, and I want to make sure that if it was gone tomorrow, that I got everything out of it that I possibly could.
Absolutely, totally understand that. We're going to take a break real quick and see something from our sponsors. We'll be back with Shawn Jones here on Lunch with Doug.
Are you ready for your time? Be a superhero tonight. Jim's Roadhouse, where the superhero of laughter hangs. Open daily on North Osage Boulevard in fabulous Nevada, Missouri. Drink responsible, designated driver.
Next time you are downtown Nevada, Missouri, make sure to visit one of the most popular shopping hotspots on the town square. J&R Home Store is located in the historic Grand Central Building with sporting goods, electronics, houseware, furniture, appliances, tools, outdoor sporting gear, collectibles, and so much more. J&R Home Store, located at 118 West Walnut on the north side of the Nevada, Missouri Square. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and on Saturday, 9:30 to 3:30. Come in and see our new look.
J&R Home Store, we have just what you're looking for.
Lunch with Doug, Season 6. Same great taste, 0 calories.
Winnet Contracting is licensed in Vernon County and will be happy to give you a free estimate on any of your handyman repair or construction needs, all the way up to full remodeling jobs for your residential or commercial property. Call Winnet Contracting today at 417-684-7330. Text or message them and find them on Facebook.
Winnet Contracting, the right fit for you.
It's a fundraising sale at Christ Church of Nevada. Indoor yard sale, 301 South Main Street, Nevada, Missouri. Lots of clothes, rubber stamps, and baked goods. All the proceeds going to the Kingdom Kids Camp. Lunch with Doug, brought to you in part by The Art Shop at 104 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri. Open when the lights are on. A gallery, portraits, lessons, and now offering Tai Chi. The Art Shop, 269-267-4423. Dangerous Doug Harper back with you on Lunch with Doug, alongside with Shawn Jones. You're famous in my eyes, Shawn. You're on the major motion picture coming out in October. Like I said, we're going to have another episode. We're going to talk about that closer to the event. But you are still living in Nevada.
Yeah.
Successful actor in Nevada, traveling to all your shoots and things. Tell us how your community involvement works, how it is to be a local and be traveling and all that? How's this all work out?
First off, I'm definitely not famous. I consider myself the least interesting, least famous person there is ever. Like, I just think of myself as somebody that's trying to follow their dream, and I don't think that some of the stuff I have done is considered pretty big stuff, but to me, in my eyes, it's not big enough. So to me, I just kind of I don't take it for granted, but I don't look at it as like, oh hey, it's Shawn, Jones or whatever, because I don't really think that holds any weight in the long run,
Oh, but it will soon.
I mean, hopefully one day, if people knew who I was, then I did something right. As long as it's not something bad, like I didn't streak across the football field or something, like as long as it's for good stuff. But I definitely, being from Nevada, I think, living here, I love being from Nevada. I think it's a great town. I think you can get a lot from it. I think I've lived in Los Angeles, I've lived in St. Louis, I've lived in bigger cities, and they really aren't any different. They just have more to offer as far as opportunities and stuff to do. But I think you can still make the most of your opportunities here. I have to work harder. I don't just have, Steven Spielberg's production company isn't based in Nevada, Missouri.
Right, yeah.
So obviously if I have to audition for stuff, a lot of times if it's a bigger project, I have to go to them.
Yeah.
If they like me and they say, well, we want you to come in, well, that's on my dime. They're not paying for me to come. I'm not Brad Pitt. If I was Brad Pitt, they would fly me in to just meet with me. Well, I'm not. I'd be like Brad's ugly cousin Armpit or something like that. The uglier version. We're not paying him.
Well,
but,
Brad's from Springfield, right? So maybe you could just ride with him.
Maybe we can carpool. Hey, do you want to carpool? Yeah, I'll pay for your gas.
They say he comes back to Springfield a lot, but I've never seen him.
Yeah. Well, supposedly he stopped here at Subway one time with Angelina, but that's a rumor. So hard telling. You never know.
Maybe.
They could have. But I like being from this town, and I hope that even one person from this area sees that you can still live here and make your dreams come true. Like, don't be pigeonholed because you think small town, small mind. Like, the only small mind there is your own. So you are in charge of your own destiny, and if you want to go out and do something, go out and do it. Yeah. I mean, what are you waiting for?
Right.
Because you can't wait for everybody to be cheering for you, because most of the time you don't have a cheering section until you've done something big, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, shish boom bah, you can do it, blah blah blah, but at the same time you have to be your own cheerleader and you have to believe in yourself. Yeah. But there's a very thin line between confidence and cockiness, I think. I definitely, I think I'm more lower on that scale than I need to be. I believe in myself enough to keep busting my butt to keep doing it. But I'm not like, hey, I'm the man, blah, blah, blah. I just think that I try to let my work show people, I get a lot of work from directors that I've worked with or actors that liked me and they like my work ethic and they say, hey man, I've been writing something. Yeah. I think you'd be awesome. I get a lot of stuff, and that's what I love about it, is because then I start getting roles where I don't have to audition as much. It's more of tailored for me, and that's the main goal. That means that I'm doing something right because somebody on a different set saw something that they liked and want to work with, and I try to on every set just treat everybody how I want to be treated. Whether it's the catering service or it's the guy carrying lights. Like, I'm not above picking up lights and helping carry. Like, what do you need help? You need me to carry those sandbags? No problem. Because without them, there's no me. And without me, there's no them. So we all have to, it's kind of like a group, and that's where you get good stuff, is when you have a group of people that work collaboratively together really well and gel. From the crew to the actors to the director to everything. And that's what I like. I like getting on good, and sometimes you work with people that you just don't care for. You think that they're kind of, with actors, you'll see some people that feel a lot of entitlement, but then you'll meet a lot of really cool ones. So I just tried to look at it as, I don't let that one bad seed ruin the whole bushel of apples for me. That's kind of how I do it. But I definitely want people to be proud to be from here and see what I'm doing and go out and chase their own dreams. Whether it's to be a plumber or to be the first person to go to college in their family, it doesn't have to be on a big scale. You don't have to try to become a movie star or a country singer or anything like that. Just whatever dream you have, go and get it, and don't accept no for an answer. And if you keep beating on the door, eventually somebody's going to answer, or the door's just going to fall down because you beat a hole through it.
Right. Yeah.
Either way, it's going to open. So.
Absolutely. Well, I love your optimism, and it's our job, community, to be his cheerleader. Shawn, we're
I
real proud of
appreciate
you.
it, please.
On behalf of
Yeah.
our area, we're excited for you.
Well, hopefully, yeah.
I've
Hopefully
talked to-
people can get behind
Yeah.
more stuff, even community theater. Hopefully more people get behind that, and because people love going to the movies and they love seeing plays. So
Yeah.
just because it's a local play doesn't mean it can't be an amazing production.
Right.
So
That's right.
it doesn't have to be Broadway.
I love
It could be Nevada, and it could be maybe not have the production value, but it could still have pretty good stuff to offer. So I mean, just support local stuff. Like with Doug doing this. That's a big deal. He loves this community, and for him to want to continually do stuff like this should show people that, hey, there's something to this town that there is to love, because people like you believe in it, and hopefully it's contagious and people start catching on with that, and they want to start, hey, how can I help? How can I get more involved in this community? For too long, you have a whole bunch of people like that. That's how you create an even better community with people that want to help.
Love it. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Well, that's our time today with Shawn. Well, like I said, we'll have Shawn on the show again coming up. But in the meantime, tell us about the Discovery one more time.
Okay, it'll be
on Discovery.
June 17th on Investigation Discovery Channel ID at, I believe, 9 p.m. So if you want to see me wearing a cowboy hat and pretending to be a deputy, then you should tune in. And or if you just want to watch it and laugh at me, it doesn't matter as long as you're watching it. That's good. That's all right.
You'll make a great deputy.
I hope so.
Thanks for being here
Thank
today.
you for having me. I appreciate it, Doug.
Guys, it's Shawn Jones. See him on Discovery coming up, and I'm Dangerous Doug Harper, and thank you for spending your lunchtime with us.
Alright, but if you think it's